The Red Eye Monster, this the Akatsuki concert. Where the fuck my heart at? Why does my fucking mind hurt? This is shit I conquer. Gold chain, silk shirt, buddy by the rock.
Now.
Oh God. Dude.
I'm getting blackout drunk this episode. I have to get through the troubling things that we're going to be talking about.
Oh my God. Content warning. We're going to be talking about famous, evil man, Mr.
Ty Dollar Sign.
Yes, Mr. Ty Dollar Sign.
Making nothing but mid. We'll get to Kanye. We'll do a little game. I'm Andrew.
I am also Andrew's friend, Alex. That's Josh. He is zoned out.
I'm gone until you bring me back with 6 degrees. That's what I'm doing.
So what's new with you? You're on TikTok now. We're on TikTok and Instagram. And
I'm
Twitter.
huge now.
You're putting the numbers on the board.
My debut video did pretty well. My second video,
it's early. Early in the game.
Look, I got shadow banned because there was a little bit of weed smoking in my video.
Your fits are too fly. Your biking is too swift.
They'll kill
you.
They'll kill you, Alex.
And I mean, to be fair, it does kind of look like I'm smoking crack in a way.
That's the problem with the pipe these days, like, because now that weed's legal, like, if you're not smoking a joint or a vape or a gummy, then it's like you're doing some some gross shit. If you're smoking out of a bong in 2024 when weed's legal, it's like you're kind of shunned upon. Pipe. I got my glass blunt. It really looks like I'm smoking crack out of that shit.
A bong is okay, but it has to stay in the house.
Yeah. If you see a bong outdoors, it's okay. What kind of time are we on right now? Is it 4:20 like today? Like, what's going on?
What are we, 19 years old, driving around with a fucking huge bong in our car? I'm not into that.
I wish, dude.
That's
why I hang out with 19-year-olds, just to,
Yeah. At the park.
Stay.
That's why I hang around high schools all the time.
Ever since the Ken Carson clip went viral.
You like DiCaprio with friends instead of...
Yeah, once you turn 26.
All my friends are 19 years old, yeah.
But yeah, we're blowing up on TikTok these days. Check out all that stuff. Go to Spotify.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever, check out our YouTube page where we upload the video podcast, so you can see all the holes in my pants.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's a little much. Like this whole knee is protruded out. It's quite frankly
Are you
disgusting.
Cold?
No, not really. It was a nice day out today. So.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Weed?
I am a professional dealer now. Catch me out in Etobicoke, fucking above the clouds. If you come through and, like, say you're a fan of the Rapcast, which won't happen, I'll give you 20% off.
Can you actually offer
Why
them?
not? Why not? Who cares? It's just me working there alone the whole time. It doesn't matter what I do.
So you haven't had a customer walk in weeks, months?
We're at the store that I'm working at just opened up, so it's super. So you get like maybe 20 people through 8 hours of being there, and it's just me alone with my music and my thoughts.
Wow.
But I've been reading, and I've been crafting a bud tending playlist, which has been interesting to say the least. We talked about this before, the art of the aux cord, a long time ago, a few years at this point, because that's when you were working at a place that was. The aux cord was up for grabs, and you had.
Yeah. And that was also weed, but it was weed cultivation.
Yes.
But yeah,
both ends of the spectrum.
You learn things. You learn about which songs are good to play, which songs might ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah. Well, it's a different environment, too, because, like, in the factory, it's, like, people that you work with all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, it's me alone in the store, so, like, usually I can play whatever the fuck I want, but, like, if someone were to come in at this exact moment where Ass Milk by Tyler, the Creator, is playing, then that's gonna be an issue, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just have, like, a bunch of songs, like, I started out with, like, 200 or 300, but then I'm, like, I'm there for 8 hours, like, I'm gonna listen to the same songs over and over again. I'm just, like, kind of more rock stuff, more, like, kind of safer stuff, like, because my boss was, like, you can play hip-hop, you can play whatever, but just, like, nothing too... He said nothing too political, which kind of threw... I'm like, what does that mean? I was thinking, like, what could that mean? Like, fucking... Is that Tom McDonald? Does he think I'm a Tom McDonald fan?
Yeah.
Just by the look of me? But then I was thinking, well, maybe not This Is America, or, like, some of Kendrick's more fucking, Tip of a Butterfly type shit might be a little bit heavy, you know?
Yeah.
I made a rule for myself of just like, I don't want to play anything too sad, too fucking like, you know, I don't want to play too much Earl Sweatshirt or like the sadder Mac Miller shit where it's just like,
yeah, you don't want to bum people out. They're shopping.
Yeah, I'm trying to create an environment that's like kind of fun and kind of, you know, inviting and welcoming.
Well, as Most Def said, the music of Drake is conducive to shopping at Target or something.
I don't know if I have much Drake on the playlist, but yeah. There's some choices on there that I'm like, this might be a little bit risque, but like, again,
yeah.
I'm there for, most of the time I'm there alone, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but.
Do you have all the weed classics?
I've been going through,
Gin and Juice.
I got Gin and Juice, I got like, Keep Floating by Mac Miller and,
nice.
Wiz Khalifa. But I have a whole separate playlist for weed smoking songs, which I have to.
Oh, brother.
Go through. I still have to go through that one and add the ones that I want to, and you know which ones are appropriate. And because I'm also staying away from anything too sexual, too like violent. Like I don't want it to just be all about fucking, you know, some Griselda moments sometimes, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to talk about pushing coke either. Just keeping it light.
Sorry, Pusha T.
Yeah, not on my watch. Not in the 6, man. Can't get that off. I'll get jumped.
What about a song about selling weed, though?
Song about selling weed?
Is there really a...
I mean, there's definitely songs about dealing, but, like, it'd be interesting if someone were to do a 21st century adaptation of that, of, like, I'm dealing weed, I'm going to the back of the store and talking and asking about the order and getting the order and bringing and printing the receipt and fucking, like...
Trying to upsell them.
Yeah. But I tried it today, actually. There was some bunk weed that was, like, a bag had been opened for a while. And they're just like, you can just have it. And it was Snoop Dogg's weed, Lottie Dottie. So I smoked that shit today. Because I finally cleaned my pipe that I needed to clean for a long time. And it was pretty good.
Yeah, you do have kind of a white Snoop Dogg vibe right now.
Got the jersey. Speaking of Lil Yachty, the Vince Staples show is by another rapper. And it's out now. It's short. It's like 5 episodes.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing pretty quick.
It's like in a day. Yeah, it's pretty short and sweet, like less than 20-minute episodes. Like, I think it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. There's some good moments. The Disneyland episode or whatever was funny.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's funny, but like I don't really laugh while I'm like. It's a little bit of exhaling out of the nose. Kind of vibe.
Because the situations he finds himself in can be troubling for sure.
Yeah.
But like he has a tone, the overall tone is like, you know, it has a similar like hyper-realism tone as Atlanta or something like that. I know it's, you know,
kind of similar, but
probably
not,
taboo to compare the two, but like, you know.
But it's not as like it doesn't take itself as seriously as Atlanta
for sure,
and it doesn't really. It's not like a mystery kind of show. It's more,
and the Vince exists in the universe as the Vince we know for the most part. Like he's North is in the first in the first episode. The cops are looking at the video and shit. Like so it definitely plays on more real life shit, but. It's also not like Dave at all, because Dave is just a whole other... We got the 3 shows, though. We got Vince Staples Show, Dave, and Atlanta.
Great. The Lil Yachty Show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, who's the next one?
My favorite episode was the one where he's at the bank, and he's getting the loan, and then the guys come in and rob him, but then, like, he knows...
He's tight, yeah.
He, like, knows them.
And he's just chilling there the whole day with them, and while they're fucking, you know, people are terrified.
Talking to them about, like... Oh man, your mom should take a bath in those Epsom salt. Like, like giving like practical advice. You know, like
no, that was good.
You know, a conversation you wouldn't think would be happening, but
the show, it's short, but it has potential. Like, if it does get a season 2, which it probably should, just because fuck it, why not? But I mean, Netflix doesn't have a lot of great shit these days anyway, so
no, Netflix is. It's all these like crappy like documentaries, and it's mainly dating shows.
Yeah,
I feel like this year I swapped out watching hockey for watching dating shows with my girlfriend, and I got so much knowledge.
What's the vibe you're on now?
Well, we're watching Love Is Blind now.
Okay.
I mean,
I've seen maybe an episode.
It's terrible.
Yeah, is that the one where they can't see each other but they talk through the wall or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mainly you just watch it for the fights.
Yeah, well, that's why we watched Geordie Shore back in the day. Yeah, and, like all these other like trashy like like Jersey Shore as well. Like it was just to see the blow ups and the fucking heightened drama.
Yeah, but then there's like a wholesome show like Love on the Spectrum.
No, I haven't.
Down for Love, which is also
no.
You don't really watch those for the same reasons, but...
Speaking of Spectrum, and we can cut this too, but there was this guy that came in the other day, and he opens the door way too wide, first of all. Like, fucking, he slams open the door and fucking hits something. He goes, you guys should fix that. I'm like, alright, whatever. And it's just this big guy, he's bald, in a nice suit. And then I just say to him whenever someone comes in, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, oh, it's going. I'm getting, going through a rough divorce, and my mom died on my birthday, and like, I'm just like, whoa, holy, I did not expect that at all. And then he's like, yeah, and and it's tough, I'm trying to date this woman, but I'm autistic, so I'm like, oh man, I feel so terrible for this. Like, this sucks, man. Like, and then he was like, the tune immediately switched because he was like, yeah, I had to, like, I'm a landlord, and I had to evict 280 people from my building recently as well. And I'm like,
all right,
okay, hold on.
I was on your side for a minute there.
And then it gets even worse, where he's talking about, like, he's trying to, like, show me pictures of these girls that he's fucking, like, on dates with and stuff. And he was like, no one believes that I have all this money. And then he was like, yeah, I'm like a millionaire. I have, like, look at my bank. And he's like showing me his bank statements and stuff. And I'm like, okay, man, you had me on your side for a second there, but now I just kind of want you out of my space here, guy. And then he was, I sold him a drink, and then that was it. He just wanted one of the weed drinks,
which don't even do anything.
They don't work. No, yeah. Not at all. They suck. But I was just like, he was like, oh, does this one have like peach or vanilla in it? I'm like, yeah, it does. just because I'm like, oh man, come on.
Do you actually like walk people down the selling? Like, you're like, oh well, what are you in it for? More of a...
Yeah, I have to kind of go... Well, just because it's so much... Like, it would just be so much of a waste of time if I just let them try to figure out. I'm just always, like...
Yeah.
Looking for anything specific, like pre-rolls, edibles, flowers, and then I narrow it down to, like, sativa or indica. Like, oh, what do you want to use it for type shit, and then... And I have a decent enough knowledge of some of the stock that we have, so I can recommend some shit, but...
What's on sale right now? Quick.
Actually, nothing at all.
No sales?
No, not at all.
We're hurting out here in this economy.
We are.
In Canada. Is that it for nothing topics?
Can you see Drake's penis?
No.
Did you not see
No, I
you know of the leak. You're aware of the leak, though.
The leaked video. I heard of it, yeah, okay. And I did search on X.com Drake penis. Nothing came up, and I was like, I'm not that curious, so I
unfortunately
I let it go
as well looked for it. On Twitter though, I'm not going to open up an incognito tab and go to Pornhub and try to find. I'm not that I don't need to see it that bad. I saw a screenshot, is what I saw, and
Do you still use incognito tabs as a adult?
Yeah, sometimes.
I do it
just as a minor safe, just like when
I'm looking up real freaky.
I know it does nothing, but it's just like a ease of mind, just like because that's how I always fucking jerked off. So
yeah,
it's a nice little reminder. Like, oh yeah,
I'll do it if I gotta need to ask a question that I'm like I don't need this to like show up in my this question to haunt me. Like. What's the difference between a centimeter and an inch?
Yeah.
That kind of shit. It's like I don't need to be reminded of that time I asked that question.
Really? So you use okay, that's interesting. Google, you use incognito just to
Google
ask your stupid questions, but I use it just to watch pornography.
They should like show you
what
are your most embarrassing Googles like of all time? Like they have like a secret thing they can use to blackmail you. Yeah. Because I think one time I was really broke and I just Googled free money, just looking.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a tough year, all right?
It has been. But we're kicking it, 2024.
A lot of overhead costs. Sorry.
Yeah, that was way off. You want to incognito that thought right there and just kind of hide that for yourself?
Dude.
Yeah, having private thoughts is basically having incognito mode for your mind. For your noggin.
Yeah, but 2024, we're trying to get some rappers on the pod. We're getting Joe Jazz back on here soon enough. So stay tuned for all that. Yeah, we got a game going, but first...
We gotta talk about it. It's the elephant in the room.
We've held it off long enough. We were supposed to do this podcast for a few weeks now, but things kept coming up. I got the new job. I got sick as well, like last week.
What has been going on in the world of Kanye West? The last time we talked about his music was Donda 2 was not very good. We didn't review it.
It wasn't a complete album at all, even.
Almost not even really worth getting into.
Yeah. I'm sure we talked about him here and there, occasionally. Just, he's in the news quite often. For various things, which we can get into, some of the drama around it.
Disclaimer, let's just get this out of the way. Obviously, the things he said when he was going on the rant about the Jews were crazy. And just reading the quotes, you're just like, all right, well, there's no coming back from that. Or, there's no finding some kind of way of justifying or whatever. Yeah. It's just, you gotta just apologize, make it right, do whatever you can.
Which he's still yet to do, for the most part.
He has apologized. There was
he posted
2 or 3 different
Jump
apologies
Street, on Instagram, being like, I don't hate Jews anymore. 21 Jump Street is a great movie. Which is probably still one of the funniest things he's ever
But then he did the all Hebrew apology.
Yes, there was
right
like
before
a semi.
He was trying to get Vultures out.
But it also just comes off as such a lawyer speak apology as well. So it's probably not him actually doing it.
But then he did like another one, like kind of in English, like explaining what he was.
I don't know if I saw the explanation, but he kind of reemerged in the news again, working on the Vultures about a year ago. He was out in Egypt and
Italy, Japan.
He was everywhere.
He's posting a lot of pics of his new wife Bianca.
Yes, and that's the album cover as
good
well.
Or bad?
Right
good or bad Bianca pics all the time on his Instagram. I'm entertained by it.
Good, good at first. I kind of fell off his Instagram, but when he started posting a bunch of them, I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun.
I think he had a good one that was like at New Year's Eve. He was like, "No pants this year," and it was just like
he said it. I mean, come on, boys.
His new wife is a lot different from what's this?
Take no pants.
Oh, right,
boys.
So things started happening. We knew the album was coming, but it took a minute and a half for it to actually
much like everyone expected. Delays on delays on delays. But honestly, surprised that we actually got it.
Honestly, not as bad as previous albums that were severely delayed. I think it's kind of in the middle range of Kanye delays.
In terms of just like the length of the delay.
College Dropout was supposed to come out a year before as well.
And Donda obviously was like a few years, and this one was a few months, 4 or 5 months. Like he said, it was supposed to come maybe in December or some shit.
Yeah, it was early December. Then it was no, New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
and that didn't happen.
Then it was somewhere in time in January or something.
There was who is he feuding with now? Ozzy
Osbourne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he tried to use the Iron Man riff
in
a song.
I was joking. I didn't know that was actually real.
No, it really happened. There's a real beef.
Because Ozzy tweet, he tried to use the sample on Iron Man that he previously used in the song on this album,
Carnival.
Yeah, but the little guitar thing do 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 was on. That's
from Devil in a New Dress.
Yes.
That's
how we.
It's from Hell of a Life.
Yeah,
actually.
That's how we got around it. Was I'm not going to sample that song. I'm just going to sample my sample of it because he has the rights to that or whatever. So that's how we got around. Doing it. But I think Ozzy tweeted something like, "I'm not going to support this anti-Semitic motherfucker." Like he's a piece. Was pretty outspoken about his feelings towards Kanye, and rightfully so.
Kanye continues on with his bit. He definitely has a victim complex. Where he can't get over everyone's against me, and that being said, his recent thing about how Adidas is really they're trying to sell these Yeezys and he's not getting any of the profits, and I think he might have a legit point with that one.
And Adidas is the OG fucking Nazi.
They were started by real Nazis. Yeah. So then there was the big. This one kind of had ripples across the internet, was when he posted the pic with JPEG Mafia.
Yeah.
He was wearing the shirt for Burzum, which
Yes.
is like a death metal band that was like involved in actual Nazi stuff back in the day.
And that was supposed to be the original cover art as well, which I was like very like, oh man, I don't know.
Dodged a bullet with that one.
Man, yeah. I mean, I think it's still like on like some merch, like on like it's still used somewhere somehow. But like, yeah, it's.
But it was a big hit for the Fantano world because they were like they worship JPEG
Here's the
Mafia
underground
as a
hero,
god.
and then he's meeting his own hero in Kanye, and then people are so up in arms about it.
Yeah, and you can't go into any of JPEG Mafia's Instagram posts without reading a million angry people in the comments. And Twitchy responded basically saying, "Fuck you guys! Like he's my hero.
Yeah,
he let me work on the album. Like, you know, it is what it is."
Yeah. And then he got into some beef with Freddie Gibbs, which is like the most, like, yeah, that makes the most sense in the world. They're the two most like petty, childish like rappers that like are so chronically online. Are beefing over something, but it was pretty one-sided towards JPEG. Like he was just kind of how did it start again? They were in the same hotel, and then like JPEG was just sort of calling him a bitch or whatever, like fake gangster or whatever, and then Freddie Gibbs was sort of posting videos of like, man, what a great day today. I'm stretching. I'm doing push-ups. I'm going to the gym. Like, come through, bro. Like, I'm in the lobby. Like, come, like. And,
he posted one
and then
that
JPEG just hopped on a flight right away.
It was like that. It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood song was playing on it, and then JPEG posted something where he was like, "How am I beefing with somebody who's got their asshole out there on the?"
Oh yeah, that's right. The leak culture is like the Drake leak, the fucking Freddie Gibbs leaks, fucking Fantano leaks. It's over, man.
Wait, we've seen Fantano's leaks?
Of yourself, and then
there was a leak, but it was literally just him with a big bootied bitch and like his face up next to her ass or whatever. But it was in the sense of like, I don't want to see this dude in a sexual context. I don't even want to see this dude, period, really. Yeah. But in a sexual context, it's just so nasty to me that I'm just like, ugh. This is nasty work.
I think like now that we're like a year out of the big Kanye controversy, and like it had already been building since he put the Trump hat on way back in 2018. I think it's definitely
this whole contrarian.
It's become bigger than like celebrity. It's it's Trump or Biden. It's Trump versus Biden. It's good versus evil. It's Taylor Swift versus Kanye West. Like
it overshadows the music.
It means way more than just the music. It's about like what your opinion of Kanye, that speaks about what your politics are and everything about who you are.
It means so much more,
we kind of reject that, viewing everything in this culture war thing of it's this side, it's that side. We can see the good levels. And the bad on either side of things. And
my sort of opinion on the whole thing is that at the end of the day, if you want to call yourself a musician, the music needs to back up whatever you're doing. And
but even if this album was like...
The music needs to come first, really. If you want to call yourself a musician, you really need to, like, put yourself into your craft.
I agree.
You know, and, like, I feel like his antics and stuff like that, his quote-unquote antics is one way to put it, his antics overshadow, and his sort of fame as the idea of being a celebrity has overtaken the music at this point. So he's I wouldn't say he's no longer a musician, but I don't think that like his music is not the focal point anymore, which is he's no longer a musician.
You could definitely make a point for that. But I will say, even if this album was like 10 out of 10 really good, it still wouldn't make his actions any less excusable. Is what I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, the actions are just bad. Like there's no defending them. There's no defending what he said. But
I'm gonna try.
I'm just trying to summarize that, like, we view everything in modern day as a culture war thing where there's one side and there's the other side. And celebrity is so wrapped up into it. Whereas, can we just talk about the music and assess it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And that's what our audience is probably saying as well. We should just talk about the music.
Can you guys talk about the music?
And we're getting there, okay? There's some preamble. There's some lore here, boys. And girls. And everyone else.
And what did you think of the music?
I listened to it the first time, and I was like, this is... I'm very indecisive. Like, I don't know what to think. It's kind of all over the place. It's like a lot of different sounds and stuff he's going for. I wasn't quite sure if I liked it. Listen to it again. I'm still not quite sure if I like listening to it the third time. And every time I've listened to it 5 or 6 times now, and every time I listen to it, there's kind of not the less I get out of it, but the more I realize just like it might be his most unremarkable album overall, if that makes any sense. It's not my least favorite.
Yeah.
But it's his least like statement worthy. Like it's probably his least cohesive. I want to say as well, because even like Jesus is a King had a theme, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you can say Donda was super bloated and stuff, but at least like the highs on Donda are like super high. Come to Life, Moon, 24, Jail, like Off the Grid, all this shit, Hurricane. Whereas this one, like I really like Burn. That's the one I come out of it. That's the one that I really really like. And it's just rare for me to come out of a Kanye album and not only getting 1 or 2 tracks that I like really fuck with. I mean, it's still relatively early, but like generally there's parts to each song that I fuck with, but it's just the songs overall just don't quite. Just there's something about it, and it usually is Kanye that doesn't quite work for me on the tape.
I honestly thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
There were definitely some
shocker.
There were definitely some flaws. Definitely moments that I didn't like.
It's not a terrible album. It's not unreviewable, like Fantano's gonna want you to think.
Yeah.
There's plenty of merit and like artistic vision and like creativity within the album for sure.
Yeah, to say it's unreviewable, like Donda 2, that's unreviewable.
Yeah.
This is music. This is entertainment. I can see people vibing to this,
and a lot of like Carnival's a huge song that people seem to be fucking with some of the songs, obviously. So like it's number one for a little bit.
With Carnival, I kind of had a phase of it, and it already starts.
It's a bit annoying now.
Yeah,
the French accents and the just. I don't want to hear French. Sorry to anyone out there that speaks French. Was it not French? the chorus and the...
They're an Italian...
Oh, it's Italian.
Football hooligans. But it's just kind of a British accent, almost.
Okay,
but,
I thought it was a French... I don't know why I assumed it was French. Shows something about me, I guess.
I mean, our dad's side of the family is French, so we can make that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the...
I'd make it either anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about Anthony Fantano not refusing to review it and saying
yes,
it's
you are. Yes, you are, Alex.
I'm not mad because that's always been Fantano's main thing is him being this culture war thing of like
he has to always prove a point and like get his agenda across. Not always, but like
ever since they wrote this hit piece about him having Sam Hyde on his podcast way back in the day, who then had a whole Nazi arc himself. Yeah. He had to really prove himself and use his reviews to try to forward the right politics.
Yeah. But,
like, I think a lot of the criticisms of, like, the lyricism isn't really there. Just he tells these corny jokes on every song.
Yeah.
But, to me, that's what Kanye's always been corny.
Yeah, the corny jokes, that's, like, the bleach asshole line, like, there's so many in his discography. That isn't the stuff that bothers me, really. It's just that whenever I listen to old Kanye songs versus the new ones, I'm like, I can't believe this is the same guy. Like, it just sounds, production's there for sure on this album.
Yeah.
Really interesting choices and really strong moments throughout. But, like, it seems like he's kind of just, like, taking a step back as a rapper, lyricist, like innovator. Like he was this is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and his rapping on this album is just not up to par at all versus any of his old stuff.
Even including
like Donda,
and even Ye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
like Ghost Town is like there's nothing touches Ghost Town on here, writing wise to me, and like rapping performance. I mean, his performance wasn't that great on Ghost Town. But like, solid enough.
To me, it kind of, like, sonically, it kind of gave Donda to a degree, but less gospel-y and less serious.
He's not censoring the words, the curse words this time, which is great.
There's that.
Yeah.
That's a
step in the right direction.
This might sound like cope to you or something, but I honestly think that a theme of this album and his whole aesthetic is just, like, stupidity and just, like...
in a way.
Low culture, like, as, like... selling the shirts that say wet for like girls with big boobs and the nakedness and the song Carnival with the soccer hooligans and everything. He's kind of going for I'm just giving you entertainment and
it is
giving you the story, my life a little bit, but not in as deep of a way as like on a classic
for
album.
sure.
Like,
And the sound also kind of adds to that point as well. Like it's a kind of more of a dance. Like there's a lot more like kind of clubby dance. Excuse me. Moments on the album.
Yeah.
Which kind of lend itself to, like the album. That's kind of the sound that the album works with to me. Like it's not like the album has zero sound or zero like sonic theme or whatever to it. It's just that it's still kind of like it is still a little bit all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, I think he definitely
which isn't new for a Kanye album, but
he definitely took some inspiration from like Playboy Cardi and that style of music, and that's part of why the Carnival song got so big is because of the Cardi stands for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think as far as getting some good performances here and there, and I mean, Ty Dolla $ign is solid throughout.
That's the thing. The production in Ty is the saving grace to this album that makes me not delete these songs off my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just Kanye holding his own to this shit, I'd be like, man, this is messy as fuck. Like, what is he doing here?
Yeah,
but there's some strong hooks. There's some Ty Dolla $ign hooks, and there's some decent chemistry here and there. And in terms of Ty Dolla $ign's performance, he's not going to bring you the lyrics. He's not the lyrical guy. He's the he's the guy with the cool voice, and that you just want to hear him sing and rap a little bit about big booty bitches falling from the sky. I didn't even know that wasn't him. So in terms of expectations for Ty Dolla $ign, they were met for sure. But it's just so hard with an artist like Kanye, where he's one of the greatest of all time, putting out an album that to me is this so subpar, just kind of hurts it a little bit more. It probably makes it worse for me in my mind than it might actually be.
Right. So do you want to get into a little track by track?
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, let's go through some stuff just some notable stuff that we can talk about. I think it starts off fine enough.
I honestly, I mean, obviously, my general review, I think I enjoyed it more than you. I'm more of a fan. I'm more entertained by it, but I genuinely think the first two songs were a great start as far as getting you ready for the album.
Right. Stars is a decent outro. It just doesn't really, it's kind of short. It doesn't really, do much or say much or provide all that much, to me, at least, as an intro.
To me, it's kind of
memorable. It
kind of borrows from Ultralight Beam to a degree.
It has more of a gospel sound to it, for sure.
That's probably the most gospel one on the album.
I guess it makes sense to start that way. Because then it gets into debauchery pretty quickly.
Yeah. As far as, setting up the themes of it, I mean, he is talking about this kind of, he's on some, fuck the contract, we have to start over from scratch again, and, we're going to get
because he's independent now, and it's, one of the biggest independent albums debuts.
Hey,
that's a win for...
He does deserve some credit for that.
That's a win in a sense, so let's just, let's give him that, at least.
Yeah. Keys to My Life, I thought pretty great song, honestly. That's more in his emo bag, but also doing jokes.
There's some interesting jokes in here. I can't just take it on the chin like Jay Leno. Jay Leno catching strays out here. 2024, what'd he do, man? Let's talk about this line for a sec. Ever since I lost my mom, you was like my foster mom. Hold me like your only son. In reference to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Is that a bit of an Oedipus complex coming in, showing?
Oh, there's level there. Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Because he's talking about earlier on the song being how you gonna bring guys over to eat Papa John's with you.
I like that one.
Might be a Pete Davidson reference, maybe. But then, he goes into, you were like my foster mom when my mom died. It's that's not the healthiest thing to think or say, Kanye.
But that's why the bipolar chicks love Kanye, and why deep down I'm a bipolar chick.
You might be a bipolar chick.
Because he's bearing his soul on that one, but he's also trying to do a little.
I wouldn't
jokey...
say bearing his soul. There isn't that much depth to it, really.
I mean, you just said a line that was pretty much talking about his mother dying. I think that's
there's depth, soul. But it's not
He keeps it light with his corny jokes and stuff. His texts are getting way too emoji. No,
I didn't even want to discuss that one. That one's just that's a write-off.
Yeah.
I think the production of this one is just okay. I like the outro, the song outro. I don't know who that's by, but I think it's cool.
It was produced by Timbaland.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, a song like this was bound to happen because he's still dealing with his family being shattered.
And I guess get it out of the way first. Like people want to hear something about that.
But I liked how he didn't harp on about that for the whole album. That was kind of the problem with Donda 2 specifically.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
What did you think of the next track, Paid?
Man, I'm back and forth on this shit because like when it first starts, I'm always like, man, this is whack. But like as the song goes on, I'm like, I'm bobbing along. I'm like, I'm just here to get paid. I mean, it kind of builds into itself. It gets, it's a kind of a stripper anthem a little bit.
It's not my favorite track on there. No, not at all. But I mean, you got Kanye doing the Elmo voice. And he's singing
the Roxanne. That's the thing. Like, I like Ty Dolla $ign's part. I like the beat and the vibe. But Kanye comes in doing a Roxanne fucking bit. I don't know. Like, what do you like? It's got to be more focused, man. It's a very unfocused album. It seems like it was done in like a week. Which it was done within a short amount of time.
I didn't get the sense that it was made in a week.
Maybe not a week, but like he didn't take his time with this one for sure. Whereas, that's the thing, he's teasing Vultures 2, at least on this song, he's teasing Vultures 2 and 3 that's, like, coming. So, like, my hope is that let the songs cook a little more, and then it'll progressively get better. If it even happens.
Yeah.
We don't know. But...
I mean, I think, like, it is important that the context for his music now is more about these listening parties and these raves and stuff that he's throwing.
It's a spectacle. It's an event. He needs to... say his shit
and he's
talk his
making
shit.
Money directly from those things. That's how he's.
And like Josh was saying, like it could just be a thing of like he's not taking the music serious. He's just not like that's not the main focus at this point in his life. Which like I'm inclined to agree with a little bit, right?
Yeah,
because the quality is not there.
I'm just saying that
as it
in the context where it's meant to be.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, it's Ty Dolla $ign. It's
it's entertaining. And Ty Dolla $ign's showing his true intentions. I'm just here to get paid. I don't care about Kanye. I'm just here to get paid. Like that's like at first I was like, okay, he's just telling the truth here.
I kind of wonder like what the Ty Dolla $ign fan base out there thinks about this.
Is
like,
there much of a like he's a
that's
great
the
artist.
Thing. He's so well known,
but not really for his solo music. Like he's very much like a kind of just like a side character.
But like I would defend his album featuring Ty Dolla $ign that came out. But like, are they pissed that he's like associating with? But like, I don't know.
But so many other artists, like Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott, like
yeah. Next track,
we'll
talking.
Talk about the features soon.
I enjoyed. It's kind of one of those songs that has multiple parts to it.
The Northwest thing it's cute. It's fine. It's fine. Like I don't really mind it all that much.
Miss Westy. I mean, that was kind of catchy. I honestly think. And, if we're comparing the Adonis song on For All the Dogs...
Which we have to, of course.
I think Northie...
She has
Northie
more flow,
kind of...
For sure.
She kind of killed that shit.
Yeah.
Probably, she's older, though,
yeah,
I think,
100%.
right? But still, watch out for...
there's a subtle James Blake vocal kind of inflection. Oops, speaking of vocal, mine just cracked like a motherfucker. I'm going to auto-tune that, and it's going to sound sick, actually. I'm gonna get bitches from that, bro. Just watch.
Sound like the guy from Finger 11.
I got
what? Don't you dare talk down to Sean Anderson of Finger 11 fame.
I had a Finger 11 song stuck in my head the other day, actually.
Bless your soul.
Not hearing it.
Careful what you're feeling on the inside. You should try to remove. I've been living in a dream about Jews. It's about
Kanye. Quiet down, Kanye.
Then we're gonna cut that.
Speaking of Finger 11,
honestly though,
what
on the song?
Kanye West featuring Finger 11.
Talking about talking.
The talking on the part where it's about the clouds are gathering.
I like that. I like the second half a whole lot more. It's nice. It's Ty Dolla $ign really.
It's nice, and Ty Dolla $ign. Give him his flowers. He actually has a great verse about like fatherhood.
It's like not wanting his daughter to grow up and do the same mistakes he did. It's one of his better performances on here.
And like
writing wise for sure.
We don't want to forget that because it is kind of hard to miss him because he's sort of the filler.
He's not even on the album cover.
On the
album, it's Kanye and his wife. Like imagine that you work with this guy for months. Like we're locked in the studio and we're fucking making this whole fucking album and the cover's me and Morgan. like that. Like what that would. I would
be
feel
okay
away.
with that.
I would strangle you in your sleep.
If it's a sick picture, you know, I could get away with it. But like it's you definitely feel away. I wonder what he thinks about that. He maybe gets to choose Vultures 2 cover. Let's say.
So the next track, Back to Me, I'm curious to hear your thoughts because to me, this is almost a poopity scoop moment with the fact that the song never really like becomes a song.
Never
like,
formalizes until Freddie Gibbs' verse, really, where he fucking goes in. But it's like, the start of it starts off like good enough, right? And then there's a clip of from the movie Dogma with Kevin Smith and fucking some other
the guy from
dude.
Bill and Ted's,
Yeah.
or no, not whatever.
Talking
fucking,
about beautiful big titty naked bitches don't follow the sky, you know? Is that did I get that right?
Let's try to get this right.
Okay. Do we say it unison?
Beautiful big titty naked women just don't follow the sky, you know.
Okay.
That wasn't that great.
No.
Let me do another try.
All right.
Beautiful big titty damn it.
You're not a rapper. Get out of here.
Beautiful big tittied butt naked women just don't fall out the sky, ya know.
I wonder if that's in anyone's Tinder bio right now. I guarantee you it is.
That would be a sick Tinder. I might break up with my girlfriend.
just to put new Kanye in the Tinder bio.
Dude!
This is breaking up with your bitch music here.
Yeah, I know. The song is a bit demo-y, but like I had fun.
It's
I had
one of
fun
the more
with it.
entertaining songs on here, though. Honestly, like it's kind of it's stupid, but it's like I
just wish Kanye worked on his verse a little bit more.
for sure. But I like the Poopy Scoop song too. Like it's fun.
No,
You know,
I
it's
just
an
mean
novelty.
that the song was a little bit of a troll in a weird
Yeah, for
way. And I mean, he is talking about like there is meaning to it.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about his ex-wife and how, you know, he always ends up with these same women that like look exactly the same, like big butted women, like white women. That's his type, you know.
Yeah. Do you think
I do like his line about I put nerds on the map and now it's Urkel in your bitch.
Did I do that? That to me, that's like that could have been on like some of his older shit. That's like a classic, stupid, funny Kanye.
Yeah, that was like that could have been on Yeezus.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm not too mad at that.
sorry, I think I interrupted you.
Well, I was just gonna ask you, as the resident Freddie Gibbs fan, I'm into him as well, but not as much as you. Do you think that everyone was talking about when this verse was like first teased at one of the listening shows or whatever, listening parties? It was like Freddie fucking went in. It's the greatest verse of the fucking year. All that kind of shit. What do you think of his verse overall?
I mean, I follow Freddie Gibbs on Twitter, and I think he just retweets every single time someone says he did a good, like, that verse was crazy.
We should do that.
So I kept seeing it,
Yeah.
and then when I heard it, I was like, yes, it is a good verse, but,
Yeah.
like, this isn't, like, the best.
Surrounded by
insane.
beautiful butt naked big titty women.
Anything would sound
surrounded
great.
by the mediocrity. It sounds really great. But it is kind of just, to me, sounds like a standard Freddie Gibbs verse, writing wise. I mean, he's flowing for sure.
I like the line about how he said, just turn a bird bitch to my ex like I was Elon. That was pretty good.
Oh, I didn't even peep that. That's good. Because he's spitting fast on there, man. I didn't catch everything.
Suck my dick in an interview, a editorial. That was good. Yeah, but it definitely, like, it reminded you about, like, oh yeah, actual wordplay, like
Actual rapping ability is showcased here. Yeah, for sure.
not just like corny jokes and
Yeah.
little tweet kind of form. Thoughts.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, this was like the album had me going, like, had my attention, and I was entertained by this going this far into it.
To me, it's
really
already
like-
starting to fucking come apart here.
I didn't really like Hood Rat.
It's kind of just annoying. Like at first, it's like okay, it's fine, whatever. But the continuous Hood Rat sample in the back, it's just kind of annoying. Like
Yeah, I don't like that. There's a line about
Kanye verse to me.
I thought like this, even the singing like art part was kind of cringy. He's like, I know I have a nice whip, but let me be your one Accord. Like a Honda Accord, that was really corny.
Yeah. And he's the one that's like, Big Sean was the biggest mistake that I have ever made in my life, signing Big Sean, and he's rapping cornier shit all the time.
I mean, he was right, but
and he's been.
It kind of tries to go places. There's these like screaming sounds in the background that kind of reminded me of Tyler the Creator, Igor. Where he's like, ah, like in the
Yeah,
background.
getting into some more experimental kind of stuff here and there, little pockets maybe, but overall as a song, it's just I don't know.
That one didn't really work with me, but I did like the next track, "Do It." That one's more just like on some Ty Dolla $ign driven kind of like.
For sure, yeah.
It was more like a YG type beat.
Yeah, YG's on it, of course.
They used the "Back That Ass Up" sample.
Yes,
which is a classic song by Juvenile.
Yeah, I don't mind the production. Ty does his thing for sure. The Nipsey Hussle inclusion to me feels kind of tacked on. I mean, obviously it is because he's been passed away, and like this is. But to me, it's just kind of a little bit distasteful, maybe, or like I don't know. Obviously, his camp must have approved of it. But it just kind of, and it's just it's just literally what, like maybe 8 bars at the beginning and then tacking on at the end. Like it just seems to be a little bit,
Yeah,
a little off for sure.
I think having him and having YG, like
that was definitely intentional.
It definitely
like,
gives the whole thing an LA
100%
feel to it. So to me,
I'm not mad at it, and it's always
me.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, and respect to Nipsey Hussle, but just it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, he's been dead for a few years now. Can we just stop? Can we, I'm not gonna say like no more Nipsey Hussle music because that sounds insensitive, but like let's save it for when it's really necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if it's really good.
Because who's to say that like this anti-Semitic shit happened after he passed away? What if he was like way against Kanye for doing this shit? Like how do you know?
Yeah, true. You run a risk there for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know about his personality and his takes, so who's to say?
I liked his line, "We the new kings and sheiks. We done made a mess they're gonna have to clean for weeks."
Yeah.
He says, "I just bought my bitch a bitch," which is that's a Bound 2 reference.
Is it now? Did he say that something similar on Bound 2?
Have you ever asked your bitch for other bitches?
Yeah. But I took that line as like my bitch wanted a bitch. He's talked about threesomes a few times in this album. I thought it was like my bitch wants someone else to
It's a literal
fuck.
line, but I think it's also a self-referential thing.
Potentially.
There's actually a lot of self-references that Kanye makes to his earlier work on this album, and that's one of the things that as a nerd I noticed.
You are a nerd. That's how crazy is that?
You're just getting this.
After all the times talking about Kanye.
Everybody is a nerd about something.
Yeah, but I'm a nerd about bitches and cool things like fucking
That's the nerdiest
jet skiing, dog.
That's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
I like cool stuff, okay? Ping pong, Nazi Germany, and
clip that.
Let's go.
I'm a nerd about cool things.
Let's move on to the next song, shall we? Paperwork.
I did not like this one at all.
This one,
worst song on it.
Really? I mean, I think it's like a decent enough. I think the production's cool, like a kind of a Yeezus kind of like with the synths and shit, like the heavy bass.
I didn't like that kind of industrial sound that he was going for there. It really stuck out to me as like I don't know, it didn't sound right to me at all.
I like the production on it. Quavo's part was like it's okay enough, but like I don't know, this album has a weird mix of features. He has like some people like Freddie Gibbs and Travis Scott and Playboi Carti, some more contemporary guys, but then he goes back to fucking 2016 and's like Rich the Kid's on here, Quavo's on here, fucking like some of these random like
hey, Quavo's still big.
Yeah, for sure, but like not as much, right? Like
Rich the Kid's been here the whole time. He just he's just been taking a break. I think.
I don't know.
Rich the Kid has some huge songs. People hate, but like
New Freezer, I guess.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
That one, Plug Walk.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
That was a good song.
Yeah, I didn't hate this one, but it's not. Yeah,
the lineup from Quavo about like you're gonna make mommy late for work.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the inflection. He sounds cool saying it, but I don't know if it's a good bar.
Making mommy, I don't know. To me, mommy shouldn't be said by like adult man ever.
Mommy's... Oh, but anti-Semitism is okay. But the people can't say mommy now. Let's go. Pants off, boys. 2024.
Right, fine. Fucking no pants. Battle it out. No pants until Israel stops.
That'll get some action done for sure.
We should actually do
that's
that,
an extreme act of protest. No, okay, fuck self-immolation. Yeah. This is what I'm doing.
Speaking of the next song, Burn. Look at that. My highlight for sure.
Speak of the devil.
Oh no.
Just super, like, it sounds like a properly made and thought out song with great production and solid chorus and post-chorus, and fucking Kanye has a pretty good verse. Like, it's just altogether the best well-rounded, most well-rounded track on this thing to me.
That one, it's a shorter song, but like
That also might be why I like it more.
It got right into my head. Like,
yeah.
I know how it goes. Like,
yeah.
And the Ty Dolla $ign starts it off great. Who's not
Great
entertained
vocals.
by my pain, says Kanye.
That's a good start to the verse for sure.
Yeah, and I think like he actually is celebrating his newfound independence in a way. I mean, he became independent through, means that were
unnecessary
beyond his control,
sure.
but he has to move on with his with things, and I like him dealing with it on this verse at least.
Yeah.
He says something about, I heard R. Kelly's in this next Balenciaga ad.
Yeah, what? Do you have any idea what that is meaning a reference to? Did they use a song of his in, like, a commercial or something? Like,
I mean, I think it's a reflection on a canceled person like R. Kelly.
right.
And a brand that is popular, but also was kind of tarnished because of this whole controversy where they had an ad that was, like, showing little kids, and it was like a whole... People were pissed off that they were, like, making jokes about human trafficking in their ad or something.
Oh, really? Okay, I missed that. No, I had no
There was
idea.
a whole thing about
Right.
Balenciaga, but, it... Obviously, the brand is still around and it's still huge, so it didn't really affect anything. But
it's the first of two R. Kelly
yeah,
bars on this album, and we'll get to it. But yeah, I love the song "Burn." Fuck some. This one's pretty fun to me as well overall.
yeah.
Fun chorus.
It's easy to hate on a song like that. It's
but it's just
real
stupid,
immature.
whatever, low effort, or not low effort, but like low stakes song.
Yeah, it's just about being horny, basically.
Yeah. Suck on me publicly.
Yeah,
that's a Young Jizz bar right there. Come on.
I mean, that was the the famous moment where Bianca gave him head in Vienna.
Yes.
Or no, in Venice.
Venice, yeah. On the fucking
on one of those little boats.
Yeah.
Which is definitely not something Kim would have done. Would have been huge news.
In terms of the features here, we got Playboi Carti and Travis Scott on here. Playboi Carti's alright, does his thing. It's kind of give or take Carti at this point.
He says, "Shorty want to fuck? Huh? I'm gonna let her hump on some."
Yeah. It's, what are you gonna do?
I mean, what can we even say? It's just,
there was Travis and Kanye as well to an extent. We're doing, like, kind of Playboi Carti-esque, like, kind of vocal inflections, and they're like Travis kind of comes in with a Playboi Carti sounding voice, and Kanye does like some high pitched shit too. Where like, damn, Playboi Carti really he's the next big. He's been the next like big influence hip hop movement, but like now Kanye and Travis are fucking doing this shit and getting him on this shit. It's like it definitely feels a little bit calculated. Of like, this is big now, so I'm gonna jump on this wave, but I don't entirely dismiss Playboi Carti. It's just not really my thing. Yeah, me too.
Moving on here. I swear we're almost done this.
We are.
Vultures. Honestly, now that you hear it within the whole album, it's like...
It's not that bad.
I like that it's more of a traditional trap kind of Chicago vibe.
But one of the safer ones.
It's got this kind of evil vibe to it. I like how he disses Scooter Braun on it. And that's kind of funny because it intersects into this whole Taylor Swift drama and history, because like Scooter Braun used to manage both of them, both Taylor and Kanye. Kanye dropped him. He was like, the famous tweet where he's like, I no longer have a manager. I can't be managed. Yeah. And then, Taylor Swift had the whole thing where she released her own songs, and I don't know. I don't know the whole fucking history of the thing, but it is interesting.
We should do a 3 Degrees of Scooter Braun.
Yeah, true.
Because Scooter Braun, managed
Justin Bieber,
Lil Dicky as well.
Benny Blanco. I actually don't even know that.
I think that sounds right, at least. Because Benny Blanco was on the Lil Dicky show a lot, and they were super tight. And
Scooter Braun probably wrote Dave.
He's dead ass an executive producer on the show.
Of course.
Dead ass.
Technically,
But that could just be anything. That could literally
executive
be...
producers don't actually do anything other than fun.
Because I think, yeah, he is Lil Dicky's manager, so he's like, yeah, let's...
Yeah. I can't believe it's 2024 and we're talking about a guy named Scooter.
And Lil Dicky in the same sentence. What are we doing? Speaking of, actually, Lil Dicky did say... I know we talked about Lil Dicky. We've talked about him a few times already.
He did forgive Kanye.
He did. He was...
As a representative of the Jewish race.
He was like, I played basketball with him for like a few years, and he was like, he was nothing but nice to everyone around me and myself. I'm like, okay, cool.
Wow.
Good for Lil Dicky for, meeting one of his idols and having a non-problematic and decent sounding relationship,
One thing that I thought was just kind of a funny detail was how there's like a line where he's like, this ain't Columbine, but we pull up with the trenches.
First of two Columbine references as well in this album.
Yeah, and Rich the Kid says like the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's just funny that we're at that point in history or culture where like it's just a throwaway joke in a rap song.
Yeah.
A real tragedy like where like, many people die.
Is there many 9/11 there's a 9/11 song with like a few people on it, but like is there 9/11 references like
Well,
really?
Biggie famously said he's blowing up like the World Trade. But this was back in 1994. He was talking about the time they bombed
That's true.
the World Trade Center before 9/11.
Holy shit.
But there are some conspiracies out there. Did he predict it?
Well, I think Lil Yachty started the whole new the way of looking at Columbine.
Oh yeah,
on the Broccoli
Touch My
song,
Gang, you will turn the shit to Columbine.
That was like 2016. We've been on that.
Well, it's honestly it was such a cute mass shooting compared to the type of shit we are used to now. But you know what I'm saying though, like back in 1999, this was like shocking.
That was the thing.
That was the first time that anything like that.
Not the first time really, but like one of the first big instances for sure.
Nowadays, you hear about a school shooting and you're like, did it happen at my school? No? Okay.
I don't even hear about it anymore because I just assume that it's happening all the time. Yeah. It's just, man.
It's
anyway.
Tragic.
Little Durk is on here as well. It's a decent verse. Not too bad. I want this Kanye line here. We already talked about the whole fucking, the whole I just fucked a Jewish bitch last night, how I'm anti-Semitic. That's... he said what he said. It's beyond discussion.
It's not that crazy of a thing.
But
really.
He says later on this song, pregnant in a threesome, so whose baby is it? That implies that he's in a threesome with another man.
Oh, shit.
Which, according to the Diddy leaks, again with the leaks, we're continuing to leak all throughout this podcast.
Episode title.
And I do have to pee very soon, potentially after we finish talking about the song.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought that it was an interesting bar, and I'm sure you saw all the Meek Mill shit and Cuba Gooding Jr. as well.
Wait, so Kanye is named in these documents?
Oh, it was a way to talk about the Diddy shit right quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Usher's involved. Like it's a whole.
It's a big conspiracy.
Surviving Diddy. That's the new doc, and I'm gonna watch it.
He's at the center of a lot of hip hop.
He's a villain, man. He's
conspiracies.
Eminem still claims that he killed fucking Tupac and shit. Like and it's still kind of up for debate whether he did. Like I can just see this blowing up in a whole courtroom and him just going completely Joker and is like, I killed Tupac, I killed Biggie, I'm the villain, I'm the motherfucking like, just going completely AWOL.
P Diddy joins Anonymous. Wears the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah.
I never liked P. Diddy.
No.
I'll just say that. And I'll never defend the things he did or said or whatever.
Back to the song right quick. I will shout out Ty Dolla $ign for saying beat up the pussy for Ukraine.
Yeah, she's Russian and I beat up the...
Come on.
That was cool. I actually didn't like Ty Dolla $ign's verse on that song as much because it was just too...
He was trying to rap too much. He was trying to keep up with the Little Durks and the fucking... Yeah. And this Bump J guy, I don't know where fucking street they got him off of. I've never heard of this guy before. Kind of just starts off the song in a boring, monotone way. I don't really fuck with it.
I kind of liked his part, honestly. But it's a bit different. It's more of this lackadaisical flow.
Yeah.
But I did look into it, and he's actually, he was, in prison for a long time, and he, just got out, and they,
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have to... Oh, boy, we're not going to Chicago.
Moving on from Vultures.
Go. Man, that's some good shit on a roll. She ride it like carnival. I done did the impossible.
I'm trying to hear that shit at a soccer game, bro. I'm trying to hear that chant go off.
I will say that song is a genuine banger, and
it's fun.
If you're off a couple of Michelob Ultras, you know, it just playing some footy, watching some footy with the lads. Yeah, I mean, like, I had a lot of fun listening to it. Rich the motherfucking kid
comes out here, yeah.
He actually starts off the track great. He's kind of like Kanye's Sheck West in a way. Like, you know how like they brought Sheck West for the Dreamville albums to like do a big get on your feet kind of song.
Right.
And speaking of Sheck West, did you get the Mo Bamba inspo from the Whoa?
Oh, dude, whenever I kept hearing that, I'm like, I know this from something, but I couldn't pinpoint it. Mo Bamba, you're right. Look at that. I'm gonna get smoked at this fucking 3 Degrees game. I think you're on the top of your game here.
I am.
You're guessing the.
I'm on one,
but it's also the most obvious samples and shit. I'm just stupid.
But like, Ye's verse honestly was very funny, and like the energy and like
name drops T Swift.
He's I'm Ye Kelly, I'm Bill Cosby, I'm P Diddy Rich.
Yeah, that's Me Too Rich. Yeah.
Like, just bringing up all these disgraced celebrities, like, within his own name, and, like...
But they're still rich. They still have money. And, like, that's Me Too Me Rich. It's a whole different type of rich. Like, that's what he's saying. It's not like, he's not... Like, he is... Like, at first, like, it sounds like he's saying... I'm R. Kelly, I'm P. Diddy, I'm like these guys, but then it's like, no, it's just a reference
to, like,
when
you think about it,
shit.
These people he mentions are guilty of actual violent crimes, whereas Kanye just said some shit that he shouldn't have said, you know?
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme, like, who's worth Joe Biden, who's, like, actively killing people right now in Israel, or Kanye West? I don't know.
2024, that's all I'm going to say.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to say it once... I'm not gonna say it again.
We'll cut that one because we might influence the election.
The riding was so close until out of nowhere in Canada.
Last few tracks here.
Speaking of canceled people, Chris Brown, come to the stage. Come on down.
Chris Brown comes in. Right
I don't know. This song was a cool and interesting experience. It was, getting into more of his choir arena kind of satanic cult kind of music.
I get why he did it.
It was kind of a cool moment.
There's a place for it, but to me it's just too long. I'm not really fucking with Chris Brown.
I'd never listened to a song like that.
Not one of my favorite songs on here for sure.
I wouldn't just like pull that up. Yeah. Like, yo, play that Beg Forgiveness. Like,
Yeah, it's like kind of, to me, I think it's like kind of like it's like fake epic. It's like trying to be epic. It's trying to be this, but it just doesn't quite stick the landing.
I think it's kind of like some of his more experimental moments on previous albums, but a much cheaper version of it. Like certain choices he's made in his past discography, like for the Runaway song, doing that whole thing with the vocoder for the last couple minutes.
That's sick and iconic.
But that's like one of those things that might be seen as like, oh, this is a kind of a weird choice, like if you're trying to review it. But in hindsight, it's, so great to listen to. Whereas this, I don't know if I'm going to come around to really loving this song or thinking it's genius. I kind of skip it, and it's just like way too long.
Yeah. What song is next for you? Because the whole Good Don't Die...
That one was on there. It wasn't on there. I never really got to listen to it.
I listened to it maybe once or twice because I thought it was just an Apple Music thing because the album as well it kept coming on and off Apple Music specifically because there was they're still working out some sampling shit or whatever, which is so pure Kanye of just not finishing the album and not getting all the rights. So the Good Don't Die. I didn't really listen to that one all that much. So
honestly, from Beg Forgiveness on, like I didn't really fuck with the end part that much. Problematic was an okay song.
It's kind of whatever. There's some more substance, I guess, in Kanye's verse.
It's just not the best Kanye verse, in my opinion.
Yeah. When I was 15, my wife wasn't born yet. Love to hear it, man. Love it. Oh, man.
His thing about the hoes in Hoboken, that they take you to the Poconos. That was a jokey joke.
That's some Eminem shit. Eminem's ghostwriting this shit, bro. I don't know.
That one didn't really hit, but I do like the little horn section that comes in. Like, it's a good beat.
Yeah.
He said he ends the verse saying, shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, another callback.
Self-reference.
Yeah.
And then that last song, King, was not that. I mean,
It's kind of anticlimactic. He's talking about how,
and it's kind of anti-Semitic as well.
It is. He's talking about, I'm crazy, I'm bipolar, I'm anti-Semitic, but I'm still the king. Which is still, I mean, he went number one, he sold like 400,000 first week, which is in this day and age pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, he's still up there for sure, but like, overall, like...
And he's not owning being anti-Semitic, he's talking about what they say I am,
But it doesn't matter because he's always going to be, on top. He's still going to be the king.
And I can't argue with what he's saying, but the song itself, like, I'm not going to be listening to that one too much.
Same.
So, overall, I'd probably have to give it like a 6.5 out of 10 or something. Maybe a 7 if I'm feeling extra generous.
I'm going to go a little lower and say like closer to a 5.55 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a bad album. It's just nothing really gripped me. I don't know if I'm going to be going back to all that much, and I mean, Kanye is still a great producer and can be a great like curator and visionary in some senses.
Yeah.
But the rapping took a step back on here, which is my favorite aspect of Kanye. So that is definitely going to factor into my opinion for sure. If he could just like his legendary run of like he produced the Pusha T album and the Kids See Ghosts and Ye and the Tiana Taylor album, like if he does like stick to more production wise, like he was great on It's Almost Dry, like production wise he's still got it, so I'm not worried about that. You can't really say much about the production on here. It's solid as well.
I mean, as a person, like his ambitions are way bigger than like what he can actually deliver in a lot of senses, and he's interested in doing things other than music. So I say, I'm just here to watch him go.
For the spectacle, for the entertainment.
We don't really need any more albums from him. And he can
That's true.
Still one of the best.
Like, he doesn't need... Yeah, I'm not saying... Like, me saying all this isn't me being like... He should do more College Dropout stuff. He should do more fucking Yeezus stuff. Like
because the time has come and gone.
No, for sure. And we have the music. I don't want it to go back, but like this also isn't pushing anything forward really to me at the same time.
It's like what you
Time will tell.
It's like kind of like what you said about Nicki Minaj the other week of like you could have just rested on that and been fine, but in order to keep pushing out music and stuff like that, it's just kind of like leaving a bad taste in people's mouths and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like you're out here embarrassing yourself on these internet streets.
Yeah.
Time will tell, and we'll see.
Definitely not the worst thing that I've heard this year, and we'll see if we get 2 and 3 this year at all. Because there was a song they were teasing, like the Everybody sample, the NSYNC shit.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones that wasn't on there.
I think Kodak had a feature.
Because you can't just steal the Backstreet Boys song without them, giving some kind of okay.
Which I'm sure that's why it's not on here. But I think they said it's going to be on the next one, but... Again.
But like that would have been such a great way to open up the album. Charlie Wilson singing Backstreet Boys, come on. And like Kanye's verse was so funny and stupid. I guess we'll see if that one gets an official release.
And always here at the Rapcast, we're gonna talk about the music, talk about rap shit. We're gonna Kanye releases music, we're gonna talk about it. Again, like we've said, doesn't mean that we stand by anything that he's said.
But we are gonna tell you who to vote for.
And it's gonna be...
Hi, I'm Andrew, aka Young Jizz from the Rapcast. Sorry to interrupt your racist joke, Alex, but I'm here to let our dwindling audience know that we ran into some mic issues here during the recording of the podcast, so the audio is a little messy during our 3 Degrees of Rap game. But we urge you to listen on anyway because... why not, I'm not going to tell you to not listen. I want you to listen. So do it.
Okay, back from break, and we are playing 3 Degrees of Rap. Once again, this is a game that tests our music knowledge. You have to take 2 artists who never did a song together and link them through mutual collaborators. To count as a feature, it has to be like at least 5 or 6 seconds of their vocals being used in the track.
It doesn't have to be credited, but they have to be like, you have to be able to hear them on the song.
Yeah, it can't be a musical feature like Thundercat playing the bass on a song.
Can't link through production, through producers either. Has to be through singers, rappers.
And another rule is once you use a rapper to link to other rappers that's up on the board. You can't use the same rappers over and over again. If you do, you sacrifice a point.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, last time I relied heavily on my Kanye knowledge, and it cost me a couple points, but I still won in the end.
So I won the first one, you won the second one?
Yes.
So this is the tiebreaker here.
Interesting.
And the point systems works as follows. If you link 2 artists with just 1 featured artist, it's 4 points. 2 artists is 3 points. 3 artists is 2 points, and 4 plus artists. If it's a long link, it gets just the 1 point.
Josh is going to read off the pair,
Yes, indeed.
and me and Andrew can buzz in whenever we think we have
These
it.
little shakers. If you hear that, that's one of us buzzing in. We recommend if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Music, check out the video podcast. It's more of a visual kind of game, but feel free to stick around as well. We just want your ears and eyes listening and watching us all the time.
We just want you.
Because I'm insecure.
Yeah, me too. Josh, why don't you get us started with round 1, and anyone who doesn't yet understand the rules will quickly figure them out.
All right. So first one is fuck it. Danny Brown and Quavo.
Okay. Little softball here. Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah. I wanted to start things off easy.
Danny Brown and Quavo. I can do it with 2.
Okay. I think I would have had to go more than that. I'm on a few different trails of thought there. What do you got?
So Quavo was just on this new Kanye album, the song Paperwork. Kanye did No More Parties in LA with Kendrick Lamar. And Kendrick Lamar featured on Danny Brown's song Really Though.
There you go. I was going a weird. I was thinking of fucking. All right, Danny Brown's worked with Run the Jewels, and then I'm like stumped because like Run the Jewels doesn't work with many people. I'm like, fuck, why am I trying to go through this shit? Yeah. It's a
he did 3 tiers.
Yeah. It's a time-based game. You got to be quick with it. Because I was also thinking of like, okay, like Quavo and like Travis Scott. Quavo's worked with a bunch of people. Like, yeah, you just gotta get good.
So Andrew could have stolen there if he could do it with only 1 link, but he couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It would take too much brain
Alex,
power
So I'm
this
getting
time.
3 points for that.
3 points, but it also marks Kanye and Kendrick. It's like a game of Hangman, I guess, in a way. So like they're now on the.
Yeah.
You got less chance. You get less options to use them.
Good as new. Okay, round 1. 3 points on the board.
Andrew, you better get your shit together.
Oh man, I have a feeling I'm not going to do well today.
Okay. This is one I would like to see. SZA and Amine.
Oh man. Because Amine doesn't work with a lot of other people all that often.
Fuck, man. Did Travis Scott and Post Malone ever do a song together? Can I use Old Dirty Bastard as a way to...
I don't know, that's a sample, but it is featured.
Yeah, no,
it is credited. Oh man. Oh shit. Go ahead.
I can do it with 3 linkages.
I might be. Hold on. No, I don't think so. It
Okay.
would be 3 as well for me.
Alright, I'm going to give this one a try. So, Amine did this song on the Lyrical Lemonade album, All
Yeah.
Is Yellow, with Sway Lee. Sway Lee, he did, oh fuck, man. I'm already falling apart.
Keep thinking. I'm gonna keep thinking about a steal. I'm gonna keep going. Wait with the information.
Okay, no. All right, different route.
Okay.
Okay. That same song that Amine was on was also with Lotto.
Yeah.
Lotto did Sunshine
Yeah.
with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne did a song with Travis Scott.
What's it called? Or on what album?
Oh, fuck. Wait, did they even do a song together? All right, I'm giving up.
I'll finish it off for you. I'm just gonna take your shit. Travis Scott was on the Carter 5.
Oh yeah, that
and
song.
Then Travis Scott, obviously, with SZA a few times on Telekinesis or Open Arms as well.
All right,
Thanks for the assist, man. I mean, I only get what 1 point.
That's a steal. That's a
2
steal.
points. I was going that route, but that means I mark off 3 pretty big artists here to sacrifice. So what was that? That was Wayne. That was Lotto.
And that was Travis Scott.
That was Travis. All right, I'm on the board,
All right.
even though it was your mental gymnastics that I.
Sometimes that happens. You get the steal.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it happens too, where you get it and then you call in, and then you're like, "Wait, do I really even?"
Yeah.
You just need to get it out, right? Like,
Yeah, because you went so far down a route that you don't know if you can go back. Go do it in
All right,
reverse.
I gotta pick up my pace here.
Okay.
This game would be better if we had a little notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Let's do 2 Toronto boyos. Mustafa and The Weeknd.
I can do that in one.
Oh, really?
Damn it.
21 Savage. Because Mustafa and 21 Savage were on the Metro Boomin song, Walk 'Em Down, and then Weekend and fucking 21 were on that other song on the same album. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's on the fucking Heroes and Builds or whatever.
Creepin'.
Creepin', yeah, the remix.
Yeah, on the very same album.
Same album, yeah.
So that was a gimme.
All right.
Really? Oh man, I tried looking
So that's 4 points?
for.
All right. All of a
I
sudden,
should have started off with that one. Make it easy.
I am the resident Mustafa.
You gotta write
fan.
21 Savage on that
Oh,
one
true.
as well.
Um,
All right, round 3 or 1, 2.
This is
Round 4.
Larry June and Schoolboy Q.
Oh, where's my little thing? Oh, fuck me. What's the name of it? They have a song literally together. But I don't remember the name of it.
What the two of them actually have a song together?
Yeah, they're on a song together.
Oh.
But I just don't. I have it on my phone. Like, it's a good song, and it's like relatively new. But
shit.
I don't remember the name.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shit. Damn.
Hey, that's bound to happen.
Damn it.
It's bound to happen that I forget the name of it. So it makes it a real round anyway. I can do it in 2.
All right, go ahead.
Wiz Khalifa was on the most recent Larry June album. And then Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller were on Keep Floatin', and then Mac Miller and Schoolboy Q off of Watching Movies with the Sound Off.
Damn. Okay. I had a good start, now I'm fucking falling way behind.
Yeah, a little bit.
So that's 3 points.
And then Wiz. I'm up. I'm up and you stuck.
Shit. All right, Josh, you better hit me with some Haley Williams.
Did you put Haley Williams on your
Yeah.
shit? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
he did.
The glue that keeps all music together. You better give me this one. I better get this one, or else this is just gonna go
Might be over.
way out of control. I was trying to think of fucking that one Big Sean. Did Big Sean and Schoolboy Q?
I was
ever
thinking
do
about that
something?
too, and I'm like, I don't think so, really.
No.
Okay, 50 Cent and Meg the Stallion.
It's over.
50 Cent and Meg the Stallion.
I know, that's the thing. I wanted to be as like,
Um,
these two artists would never work together.
I can do it in. I can do it in 3.
That was quick. I'm not stealing that. I'm not
You
even
can't
gonna try.
steal it.
No.
Okay. Meg the Stallion did the song with Young Thug.
What's the name of it?
It was called like Hot Shit or Thought Shit or something.
That's not it. I don't know the name of it.
Pop that shit. Get it, bitch.
I mean, you know the song. It's called "Don't Stop."
Don't stop.
Okay, shit. Yeah,
All right.
you know it, so I'll get
Okay,
it to you.
I'll get an assist from you.
right.
Well, that'll count. Okay, so Meg the Stallion did "Don't Stop." We'll cut that whole thing out. Meg the Stallion did "Don't Stop" with Young Thug. Young Thug did "Oh You Went" with Drake. Drake did "Forever" with Eminem.
Okay.
And Eminem and 50 Cent did the song "Crack a Bottle."
Damn. Okay. You got it.
All right.
That's, what is that, 2 points for
2
you?
points.
2 points.
So you're at 5 and I'm at 9 for the audio listeners out there. And Alex has used Kanye, Kendrick, Eminem, Drake, some big names here, and Young Thug. I'm at 9 points and I've used Wayne, Lotto, Travis Scott, 21 Savage, Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, all right. Now I'm back in the game.
It's because that's the thing. You just get all you have to do is get one that's in
We'll
one,
have a tie
and then
game.
it's fucking yeah.
Thanks for the assist there.
Well, I knew you. I wasn't gonna give it to you.
Wasn't that song called "Hot Shit" or "Thought Shit" or something?
I don't know. I only gave it to you because I'm like, you were singing this song, so I knew that you knew it. It's not like you're just fucking making it up or just like slightly remembering. Because that's another rule of this game is like you should know at least the song or like the album title that it's on.
Yeah.
If you can't name it, then you can't get it.
And if we can't do that, then you at least have to be able to sing.
Yeah, you have to know how it goes and to actually, so I know that
But you only get one of those per game.
Sure,
One mulligan
sure.
per game.
We're all doing this as we go. This is round 5 or 6 now.
Round 6, I think.
There'll be a graphic up on screen.
We always get it wrong.
FKA Twigs and Lil Dicky.
Oh, man.
What are we doing here, folks? Little Dicky's worked with like no one, bro.
I mean, you guys gave me the option of like you wanted Lil Dicky on the list. One of you guys did.
Fuck.
FKA Twigs and Lil Dicky. The thing is, I can't. Is that Lil Dicky Earth song? Does that count?
That would break
Because there was
the
tons
whole
of
shit. Yeah,
that
I
does
didn't even
count.
think about
That does count because if you remember, you said it doesn't have to be a credited feature. You just need to be able to distinctly hear the song.
Yeah.
Then
I don't even remember who the fuck's on all that shit though. Like, there's everyone, but like, Okay, I can do it in 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you beat it?
I don't think so.
FKA Twigs was on Ghost Town by Kanye West. She's the main vocalist on the second half of that song. I believe, right?
No.
Is it not?
That is a different singer. It's not Kanye.
If it's not her, then I don't have anything. Because that's all I was going off of. That's 070 Shake. Fuck,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
getting them confused. Shit.
Okay,
I got nothing then.
I think I can do it. Just give me 1 second.
I forgot about actually.
Okay, I can do it in 3.
Alright.
Alright, get ready for this one. FKA Twigs did Tears in the Club with The Weeknd.
I'll have to believe you. Because I don't know that one.
The Weeknd. Fuck! See, now I forgot.
I'm sorry, keep going. Just, you got it.
Lil Dicky did. He did Save That Money with Young Thug.
No.
that was
Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan.
We're getting our artists fucked up here, guys.
So he did Earth with Justin Bieber.
Sure.
And Justin Bieber did Private Landing with Young Thug.
Right.
And Young Thug, did he ever do a song with A$AP Rocky? I don't.
You'd think he would have.
I don't remember.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just bail. You might be able to steal my point then.
I can. Well, I think I could do it in 2. Because FKA Twigs was on Fuck Sleep with A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky. There was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there some Snoop Dogg vocals on Testing? On Brother Man, wasn't he on that for like a few seconds?
I don't know, but yeah, Snoop Dogg did do a little Dicky song.
Snoop Dogg did, yeah. So if I can confirm that Snoop Dogg was on Testing by A$AP Rocky, then that would be 2.
This one almost broke us, and we're not even like halfway through this game?
Yes, he does have literally a bar here where it says, "Take heed, little low key, take lead on them."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
At the very end of one of the ASAP Rocky's verses.
Okay, that counts.
So that's Rocky and Snoop.
So you got 3 points for that.
I will take that. I'm at solid 12. I haven't had to reuse anyone yet. Alex is at a meek 5. I've used up a lot of fucking names here. How about, so we're around 7. We can go to 10. We can go to 12. We can go to 15. We can go to 17 is the max, I believe. So we'll see.
I think I deleted one because I realized that was too hard.
All right. We'll get it after.
Okay.
I'm curious.
All right. Let's get the
Come on,
Alex
focus,
redemption arc
focus.
going here.
Okay. 2 right-wing rappers, Benny the Butcher and Killer Mike.
Ooh.
It's feasible. It could be.
This shouldn't be that hard.
I know.
This one is doable. For sure.
Yeah. Try to make it a little bit easier.
All right, I can do it with 2.
Nice.
Okay, I would be able to. I think I wanted 2.
Okay, so Benny the Butcher did Johnny P's Caddy with J. Cole. J. Cole and Young Thug were on the London.
Yeah.
And Young Thug did Run with Killer Mike.
Yep.
But since I already used Thug once, that's 1 point docked.
So that's 2 points.
All right.
Yeah. Slowly building my empire.
I was gonna go Killer Mike, JID, and Conway, and then Conway and Benny, obviously.
Let's just keep going till I come back, and then we'll
Andrew
we'll
12,
stop the game.
Alex 7, getting cocky over here. I'm getting hard thinking about the possibilities that Josh got on his little phone there.
Okay.
Let's go round fucking 8 or whatever.
Okay.
What is swagger like that?
Pretty easy.
Designer. Go ahead.
Anderson .Paak and Earl Sweatshirt.
I know they went on tour together.
1. Mac Miller. Earl Sweatshirt did Horse with Mac Miller.
Easily.
And Mac Miller did Dang with Anderson .Paak.
And just like that,
Alright.
Alex is a point away.
Okay. Enough hemming and hawing. Alright. Down by 1.
And if we go to 10 rounds, that would be. It can be close. This is round 9, maybe.
I think so. Lucky Day in Rex Orange County.
Lucky Day in Rex Orange County, eh?
Yeah.
I only really have the one offshoot for the one lane for Rex Orange County, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
So we're both working with Tyler here. Let's just say that. So Tyler to Lucky Day.
I'm gonna go get an ice cream sandwich. Oh, never mind.
I can do it in 3.
I might have 2. Let me just fucking.
I'll give you about it's like about a minute.
I'll give me less than a minute, or else I'll be fucking thinking forever. I lost it. Whatever it was, I lost it. Fuck, man.
So, Lucky Day did NWA with Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Lil Durk was on Vultures with Kanye. And Kanye and Tyler did Smuckers, and Tyler and Rex Orange County.
That was the route I was going to go to.
They did Open a Window together.
Yeah, so you did it in 3.
But it would be 2 points, but since I used Kanye again,
that's 1 point.
it would be
Okay.
1. So it's a tie game now.
All right.
And I used
Lil Durk.
Durkio.
And then, what was the other one? Fucking Kanye. Or Tyler.
What if it was Tyler Dollar Sign? You know? I wouldn't be able to take it seriously at all.
There was a good joke in one of the first episodes of Dave being like the white guy manager is like, yeah, I had this really nice conversation with this guy who's in the business, Todd Dillerson. He just completely gentrified his name. All right, so this is round 10. What we should have a stop? Like, what do we do? 12? Or do we stop? Or is this the last one? What do we think?
What do you have left in your thing, Josh? As far as actual good ones.
6, but actual good ones.
Let's do 3 more rounds.
3 more, yeah. Solid 12.
Wiki and Kid Cudi.
Man.
I love seeing you two
Wiki.
suffer over this shit. It's for some reason.
I don't know that many Wiki songs, even though I have listened to several albums of his.
Wait, who was the other one? Wiki and what?
Kid Cudi.
Okay.
I can do it in like 3.
Okay. I was still working through mine at the end.
Can you beat mine?
No, I was going to do it in 3.
So Wiki was on Earl Sweatshirt's I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside.
He was.
Earl Sweatshirt and Tyler did many songs together. You know, there was one on Wolf. Rusty.
Yeah.
We'll take that one.
I know you know Earl and Tyler.
And Tyler and Pharrell Williams
Ooh.
did Cash In, Cash Out together.
Yeah.
Pharrell and Kid Cudi did At the Party from his new album.
Okay. So that would be 3 points, but it's only 1 point because he used Tyler already.
Used Tyler twice.
And, yeah.
Oh, so it's only 1 point. Would be 2.
Would be 2 because it's in 3, but you used Tyler already. So Alex is at 13 points. I'm at 12. Alex started off strong. I won a bit of a heater. Alex came back.
Yeah.
I've been a little bit slow the past
This has
few.
been a bit of a roaring game, but it's just I'm so focused on trying to win that I can't even
Yeah.
I can't even think. So we got two rounds left.
Okay. 3.
Well, let's just do 2. Let's just do 12.
Okay.
So pick the better 2.
save the worst one for last. I really want to just
sit here for 10 minutes.
Oh, I think I already did that one.
You're gonna miss our Go Train.
Smino and Eminem.
Smino and Eminem. It sounds like a candy thing.
Did you get a bag of Sminos?
I can do it in 2. Can you do it in 1? That's the question.
Did Juice WRLD and Smino ever have a song together? Nah, no. Go for it. I can't.
Smino and J. Cole were on the song 90 Proof. J. Cole has uncredited, but a whole verse on a Logic song called Africarian off of the Everybody album.
Fuck you, man.
And then Logic and Eminem on the song Homicide. So that's J. Cole and Logic.
Man.
For a solid 3 points.
Alright, now I want the game to go one more round.
No, yeah, we're doing 12, so this is the last one.
Okay. Logic. Of course.
Coming in clutch again. Bobby Boy.
Honestly, that Logic, that Icon song with Logic, Conway, and Riff Raff would have been a great. That's a great one to remember for this game.
Alright, so I'm at 15, Alex is at 13. This is it.
T.I. and Vic Mensa.
T.I. and Vic Mensa.
Oh, T.I. I was thinking of fucking T-Pain.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was like, oh, Kanye. Fuck. T.I. Okay.
Damn, this would tie. I can do it in 1, but it would tie me because I'm reusing the same name.
Do it in 1. Oh man.
Yeah, that's. You're probably thinking the one that I'm thinking that I.
What? I mean, do we have one more round after this potentially? If we.
No, that's the last. Those are the last ones I ran out.
So unless I can get it in 1, but I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I have to do it because it's the only way to tie the game, and it's Swagga Like Us. Kanye features T.I. and Kanye did You Mad with Vic Mensa, so that would get me 2 points.
And that would
tying the game at 15-15.
Yeah.
So anticlimactic ending.
Should we call my parents down here and have them come up with 2 random rappers?
Drake and
okay, last round. Haley Williams and
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney did Only One with Kanye.
You tie B.O.B.
I don't know any Paramore shit.
Yeah, but
Nothing.
Haley Williams did Airplanes with B.O.B.
Oh, okay.
Airplanes
I don't
in
even
the
know that
night
book.
sky like shooting stars.
B.O.B. did Magic with Weezer. Hear me out. Weezer, Dominic Fike, Paul McCartney.
Yo. All right, I'll give you the
Boom.
non-official win for that one. Because that was some hardcore nerd shit right there.
All right.
Here we go.
Get the shit out of here.
Look at that. Another round, and hey, we're all equals. Next podcast episode, we'll do some ScHoolboy Q. Depending on when we do it, Sir might have dropped as well. Might do a little TDE thing. And then you'll get a bunch more new music stuff. We have music to talk about, but I'm kind of...
Yeah, I mean, we've been potting too long.
I'm kind of dead, so...
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you want to do more?
Nothing really too... nothing that we can't get to soon enough. Next episode.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But let's just say, I really like Dom McLennan's project he put out.
Put out a nice little EP.
My favorite post-Brockhampton music that's come out from any of its former members.
I'm really liking Matt Champion's, the one song, Aphid. I really fuck with it.
I don't really like it. It's too, boyfriend. You know?
It's Dominic Fike, though, which is what, that's my bag man, so. But I mean, hey, it's looking good, and Joba, I think, is...
he has a line where he says,
stuff.
a good book and a ponytail, or something like that. He is...
I love me a good book, man.
Cute white boys are back.
Yep. And we're trying to capitalize on this shit. So follow us on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Spotify, rate us, all that stuff. Like us, support us, follow our dreams, follow your dreams.
And burn all your Kanye CDs.
Burning like the candlelight. Let's just say that I won the game. just to give us some finality.
We did all that just to tie.
Yeah, what's the point? Who used less names?
I feel like Ty Dolla Sign right now.
You used 11 names.
I've reused names.
You used names, yeah.
So,
I didn't reuse any names.
It's a symbolic victory for you.
Alright, fair enough.
Alright,
Guy 63.
Thanks for watching.
Hitting so many blunts like piano keys, making stacks on stacks for the Irish mob, then pass around to the whole crew, call me Big Boss.
Yeah, this the Cold Steel Killer.